Hi, this is Dan with StarReviews.com, and today you might be wondering why I have all this old, worn out clothing in front of me. We're going to test the as seen on TV product, Mighty Mendit. We've all seen the infomercial. Billy Mays pushes the product pretty hard. They even have a guy jump out of an airplane with a parachute that's been repaired with Mighty Mendit. You're not going to catch me jumping out of an airplane today, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot and try to repair a broken pocket here on a pair of pants, a strap that's broken on a backpack, and also a piece of sporting equipment for a kid. So let's jump right into the tests, and let's put Mighty Mendit to the test and see if it works well. So for test one, we've all probably caught, a pant leg or even a pocket on something, and it can tear the pocket off. So what you see here on a pair of pants is the pocket's been torn off, at the stitching, so you have a pretty easy fix. But, I'm not good with a needle and thread. Let's see how Mighty Mendit does. Its flexible bonding agent is supposed to hold these two pieces of fabric together after about 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and apply it and give it 20 minutes and see how how it holds up. Pretty easy. You get Mighty Mendit. You can run a bead. Now they have two different types of applications. You can either run it in a wavy bead, or you can use like a dot method where you just put little dots around what you're trying to mend and then go ahead and put the two pieces of fabric together. Now you're supposed to put Mighty Mendit on one side of the tear and leave the other side open, and when you put it together, that's when the bond is created. So as you can see, we kind of ran a bead down this here, and we're going to simply just make sure everything's laid out flat and put the pocket back down into place. Now you see some Mighty Mendit is oozing out of where the bond actually takes place. It should be relatively easy to clean up, though. That's one of the features that Mighty Mendit likes to boast, is that it's easy to clean up. And now also, if you get Mighty Mendit on your finger, it's not supposed to stick your fingers together. So what it is you can just roll your fingers together, kind of like rubber cement, and it would come off in a ball when it dries a little more. Let's give these pants about 20 minutes, come back and revisit them, and let's move on to another test. So now that we have the pocket of the jeans drying, let's move on to test number 2. Let's be honest. For those of us that have kids, backpacks are expensive. They get used every day at school. They get beaten on. Kids don't generally take care of their stuff, as responsibly as they should all the time, and backpack sometimes takes the brunt of that force. What we have here is just a backpack strap that has ripped. In this case, what do? Do you go out and buy another backpack and spend another 50, 60 bucks? These backpacks are expensive. Or in our case, let's try to fix it. We're not going to get a needle and thread out. Mighty Mendit, it should work. It should do the job. It's a flexible agent, so when you put some weight in the backpack, you shouldn't have to worry about the strap breaking again. Let's take a look. So here the strap has broken off of this seam here where it used to be. So we're going to just try to simply Mighty Mendit over the old gap and see if it holds. Now Mighty Mendit says it works on some fabrics. It doesn't say it works on all fabrics. So with that said, there's a type of nylon it doesn't work on. Is this that specific nylon? We're not sure. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to put it to the test, and let's see if it actually bonds. So, take Mighty Mendit. I'm going to go with the wave method here and just put some Mighty Mendit on this side of the backpack where we're going to hold on the strap. So now that we have Mighty Mendit on the backpack, let's go ahead and place the strap where we want it. Apply some pressure. I'm just going to hold it there for a couple seconds to make sure that the bond is, suitable. Again, Mighty Mendit has ooze out of the side. Might not be the cleanest thing, but that should actually clean up pretty well. When I put it on my fingers, a couple seconds later, just rub my fingers together, and it made a ball like rubber cement does, and you just go ahead and take it, off your fingers. So here we are a couple seconds in. It's still loose, it's still wet. Let's go ahead and give this about 20 or 30 minutes, revisit it, and see if this backpack strap actually works. So with the other two pieces drying, let's move on to test number 3. Piece of sports equipment for a child. What we have here is just a shin guard. The strap is broken. These things get abused. This goes under the foot. They put the leg in, as they're running. They get abused, and over time they wear out. So this wore out. So you're going to go out and run and buy another pair of shin guards, or you're going to try to replace this. Let's try to repair it. So it used to be sewn on the inside of this here like that. Now that's broken. So let's take some Mighty Mendit, and we're going to place it back where it was and revisit it and see if this is strong enough to hold up to this kind of use. Put the Mighty Mendit on the inside of this here shin guard. Take the strap and attempt to affix it to the shin guard. Locate where you want to put it. Keep some pressure on it for a little while. And then again, with all this stuff, you're going to want to give it a good 30 minutes to dry. It says 30 minutes, it's wearable. After 24 hours, it's washable. So you can actually put the stuff that you fix, if it's clothing, back into the washing machine, and it's supposed to hold up over a good amount of time. Okay, so we've waited about, 35 minutes or so. Just enough time for the Mighty Mendit to really, take its form. And we're just going to see how the results were. So first with a pair of pants. Obviously we had that ripped pocket. We just used the Mighty Mendit. Gotta be honest, it seems to have worked pretty well. I mean, definitely much better than I could have done with a needle and thread. Works really well on that. Now let's go over to the backpack strap. Now this one we weren't so sure about because Mighty Mendit actually says it doesn't work on nylon, a specific type of nylon. This backpack is nylon, I'm not sure what type, but we just have this backpack strap, and it seems to slide with some force, and we were able to actually get it off. So the Mighty Mendit really doesn't say it works for nylon, but we just said we'd give it a shot anyway. We had a backpack that was broken around. I'm sure if you got creative and had a different material backpack, maybe if you had a canvas rather than this nylon, maybe it would work. Now last but not least, we have this athletic shin guard for a child. It was torn off here on the stirrup that goes around the bottom of your foot. So we put it back together with the Mighty Mendit right in here. It's pretty decent actually. Working pretty well. I mean, if you probably tore it, it'd probably come off. But just, as you're running down the field, or as your son or daughter's running down the field, that's about the kind of stress that this is going to see, probably even less than that. And Mighty Mendit's doing its job pretty well with that. Bottom line is this. Mighty Mendit isn't meant to be your end-all be-all, fixing everything that you've broken. But for what Billy Mays does in the infomercial and how they describe it, it seems to work pretty well. Would I jump out of an airplane with a parachute that was put together with Mighty Mendit? I don't know, probably not. I'm going to go ahead and say definitely not. I might not jump out of an airplane anyway, but it's not the kind of product I'm going to put my life in danger with. But if you have a tear in your jeans or rip in your pants, you have to put together an athletic piece of equipment that broke on the fly without getting out a needle and thread, it's going to work. It's going to do its job pretty well. Star Reviews is going to give Mighty Mendit 6 out of 6 stars. We put it to the test, and it stood up pretty well. Now, as a bonus gift, Mighty Mendit also gives you this Mighty Gem-It, and a little bag of these gems. Not so sure that's up my alley, but I'm sure the Mighty Gem-It and these gems could, go ahead and bedazzle any kind of cell phone that you might want to use, or even your Bluetooth. It's going to be a decent product, and that's just an added free gift. Bottom line is, Mighty Mendit is a good product. Be sure to check out the rest of our As Seen on TV reviews at starreviews.com on our blog.